Lights on. Let's see what there we go. Let's see. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some old school content. Oh yeah, we're doing a parts install today for something that I've been meaning to install, and there's a reason behind it actually. Zionsville has a radiator for this S54 swap. It's a really sick, big fat aluminum core radiator. It's running an electric fan, and then on the bottom of it is mounted the oil cooler, which you need for the S54. Why that scares me is the oil cooler is exposed to everything, and my boy just sent me that. You know what that is? That's an oil cooler that was punctured from road debris. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen to that oil cooler that I have. So it got me thinking, I need to install this. It's gotta be time. So overall, it doesn't look like it's too hard of an install. There is some drilling that I need to do, but it says it can be done in your driveway. It should be easy. So I've already looked under the car a little bit to see where it mounts, and I was kind of having a little trouble actually finding where it mounts. So hopefully I can get that done. But I'm gonna try and walk you guys through that as quickly as possible. So it is 12:30 on a Tuesday. I want to go to the track on a Wednesday. I'm not sure when this video will go out, but I want to go to the track tomorrow. So hopefully I can wrap this thing up by the end of tonight, which would be great. And then we can go to the track tomorrow, because I want to get back out on the track, get more track content, and get better at track driving. So let's start on this. All right, boys, so if you look at these directions, you'll see the mounting holes, which are supposedly on the frame rails. All right, you see the one that says pry this clip out. That's towards the front of the vehicle. And then drill this clip out. That's one towards the back of the vehicle. There are two mounting spots. Both of them have a clip and something to pry out. So if you come over here, the problem is, let's see if I can show you this. I think this right there is the one, is kind of like where they want me to pry out, but it's actually a bolt, and there's no clip behind that. There should be something back here to pry out, but there's nothing. So I'm gonna grab the mounting brackets to see if I can at least mock it up to see where it's supposed to go, because this isn't making much sense right now. So these are the mounting brackets. You can see, I mean, they're good pieces. This whole kit is a great piece. All right, so you can see I got that clip out, and then there's supposed to be another clip like back here somewhere, but since it's not there, I'm just assuming we're just gonna have to drill that out. And same thing on this side, same thing over here. You can see that clip is out, and then there's nothing up there, so gonna have to drill that out too. All right, so I don't think you can see it. So I marked where this is supposed to be drilled out. It's right there. There's no clip like they say, so I don't really have anything to base where I'm drilling off of beyond just taking the bracket, lining it up with the first hole, and then just kind of making that my anchor point. So it says to use this 3/16 drill bit to drill out this hole first. So that's what we gonna do. Okay, so there's that hole. Now let's see how this thing lines up. Hopefully pretty good. Okay, well, lines up. So that'll have to do for now. Let's go over to the other side and mark the other one. Alright, so now what it says to do, if you can see this, it says to drill out the hole that I just made with the big boy, the 25/64. So, that is what we're going to do. Okie dokie. Alright. Well, can you see that? Yeah, you can. That is drilled out. Now let's move on to the other side. Okay. So that one's done. Now what I'm going to do is just clean up those holes. So I'm going to use just some simple green and spray it up there and clean it up. And before I do the rib nuts, I'm going to spray probably like some primer or something up there, just to make sure we don't get any corrosion or rust or anything like that. So first thing first, let's just spray this up there. I'm just going to use this rusty metal primer that I have that I bought when I was doing the trunk stuff. I'm just gonna spray that in the whole area. All right, so now that this is dry, I can go through and install these rib nuts. Line up skid plate underneath the vehicle as shown in the photo below. Like that. Loosely install the supplied M6 bolts into the support. So you're going to install where we just installed those brackets. You're going to loosely install the skid plate. Once you are happy with the position of the skid plate, mark the 9 mounting locations in the bumper cover. Okay, so you're going to just snug the skid plate up to where we just installed those mounts, and then basically just go through and mark the holes where you're going to drill into the bumper. Easy enough. Let's do it. Okay. So we got all the holes drilled in the bumper. Now we have to insert the rib nuts into the bumper, which is super weird. I didn't know you could attach rib nuts to plastic. All right, boys. So, get that down under here. So, got all the, well, almost all of the, I think they're rib nuts. I don't know what they're called when they're in plastic, but got all of them installed. This one turned out really jank, but all the rest of them are pretty good. And now the oil cooler and the skid plate actually touch a little bit. So I'm gonna throw some of this on the bottom of the oil cooler just to reduce some of the noise that there will inevitably be from the skid plate hitting that. Okay, now it's time to try and throw the skid plate. It's always fun with one person. Ooh, I got stuff all over my face. All right, so install is basically done. It's really not too bad. Let's see, the drilling in the frame really wasn't that bad. The instructions are pretty clear on what to do and how to do it. Let's see if I can show you. I mean, there's really not too much to show. There are a few holes, one right there that I haven't attached yet. For the most part, it fits well. This one I actually messed up on the rib nut, and I need a longer bolt, so I have to go get that. But for the most part, everything fits well. It barely touches the oil cooler, and like I showed you, actually you can kind of see it through here. I put that foam padding in between the oil cooler and the skid plate, just to kind of stop it from making any rattles or making annoying noises. But now, so I just realized, I just remembered, I took off the brake ducts from the bumper, so I had a little more room to drill. So now that I got this mounted up and making sure it fits, I have to take it all back off, install the brake ducts, hook up the electrical connections for that, then remount it. It shouldn't be too hard now that I've done it and I see it fits. I definitely think it's worthwhile if you have an oil cooler like this. I mean, it's 150 bucks, I think. Install really isn't too bad. You need a few specific drill bits. It comes with the rib nuts that you need, but you need the rib nut tool. So that's really not too bad. But if you have an oil cooler right there, I would definitely suggest it. I don't believe the S50 actually had one, so I don't think it's necessary if you have an S50 or an S52, but I could be wrong. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I think I'm going to the track tomorrow, so the skid plate should come in handy. Fingers crossed it stays on there. And I'm gonna try a few new angles with recording, and I'm gonna practice driving. So if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Got a lot of stuff coming up with this guy, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.